Do a quick recap about some of the stocks that I traded next week. Hopefully, you can learn some from it. Some decent gains on a $10,000 account. Had a profit about $1,400. So total, I traded about six tickers, 5 days, six tickers. Not. It's pretty good. I mean, which means that pretty much every day I had one stock to look at. So not trading 100 different names. So share sizes ranges from 300 shares all the way to 1,000 shares. Some decent gains. Let's start with the name CYCC and let's see what's going on, right? Let's see. So this was the name that I traded a few days back last week. Um, so this was the day when I traded it. This was what was this? August 17th. So after this first up move in the morning, I saw a consolidation at $8 level, and that's where I got in, and I was able to scale out on the 870, 875. That's where you'll see bought 8, sold at 840. So I had some scale outs. I know I had a by mistake, even though I traded 800 shares, I think by almost about 500 shares, 600 shares, I got rid of it around 840 something, and I had the last one which had a big move. Next name we look at is GEO. Let's take a look what's going on with GEO. Geo Group. The good thing is whenever I look at the stock, just by the trade name and I look at the chart, I would know exactly which day I traded it. So GEO was the name which I traded on this day, on August the 18th. After a big down move, I saw this pullback to the moving averages and I shorted right under, just under 20. Um, it had one big quick drop and that's pretty much it. So if you look at my trade, average was 969. I know this stock was really spready that day. I know. I got a really crappy entry 961 and got a 1946. So I was able to take some out in this push, and with this pushback, I just scaled myself out. I had a really crappy entry. OCUL was one of the trades which I traded on Monday, which had a gap, 100%. It had a gap. So let me show you on the daily chart. I actually reviewed the name OCUL last week as one of the stocks to watch. So it had a big gap up on Monday. This is the one we are looking at. And so I was looking at the $7 level. Now just when the stock opened, that's when I got in. Somewhere around 710, 750. I think around 715 level. And I played this big push up. And I actually was able to hold quite a bit. Now if you take a look at my numbers, got around 750, sold around 770 averages. So I actually was able to take quite a bit of scaling out over here as well. Next thing we look at is REN. REN is a name which has been up for quite a few days and it's actually pretty spready stock. Let's take a look. So I got REN at around 1964. Let's see. So this was the day when I actually traded. It had a big up move, sideways consolidation. I was able to play this push, and it kind of fizzled out right after. That's why you see my entries in 1964 and exit 1980. Nothing too big. Next we look at is SGY. SGY was one of the great names I traded on Friday. You hit a lot of singles and doubles, and then comes the home run. SGY was one of the home runs, other than the OCUL, which I traded. So again, on Friday we saw this big up move, and I saw this hold on to the $14 level. One of the chat rooms that I'm trading in right now, I'll let you guys know in a few days about it. I mentioned, you know what, if this went over 1420, this stock is gonna rip, and that's exactly what happened. Once it broke this 1420 level, it had this big push. Now I wasn't able to get the whole run, but you see my but this bot average is a bit messed up because I had one keystroke error, but I had averages around 14 and I was able to scale out all the way till around 1480. I think it was my last share which I actually sold. Let me show you. So this was the keystroke error. Let's see. So on the break of 1420, I got in at 1429, scale out at 1478, some at 1492. Actually, I had some at 1514, 1518 as well. This one was a keystroke error. Instead of selling, I actually bought it. So that's why this is one of the messed up ones. But once I realized it, I quickly got rid of it. But you can see 1429 entry, scale out all the way through 15s. Pretty good trade, huh? last stock we look at is TJX. TJX. Let's see. TJX entry was 78.80, 78.45. Yeah, this was one of the names that I was trading singles and doubles. Let's take a look. So this was the day when I saw this down move over here, and once I saw it's not able to hold the 79 level, and once it broke, that's the way when I was able to catch this drift over here. That's why if you look at my entry of 78.80 and 78.45 was when I got out. So this was the level when once I saw the 79 level unable to hold, and there was some resistance on there, and once it dropped, that's when I actually scaled out. So pretty much a pretty good week. $1,400, about 15% up on a $10,000 account. We'll let you guys know if you want to have a trading room, you want to sit in and see what's going on, we'll have live trades. Hit me up on my Twitter or StockTwits. If you enjoy it, like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and have a great day, guys.